How's it going, everybody? Savvier saying what is good to all my Super Saiyan homies, here to bring you all sorts of Dragon Ball content. If you enjoy the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. That being said, today what we're going to do is we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to look at LF Rose, but we're going to be doing it with a little bit of a catch. That's why this is going to be going up a little bit later than usual, I would say. You know, that, and I've been kind of delayed a couple of days. I had like a power outage. It's been a little bit of a busy week at work. I've been a little bit lazy myself, but we did manage to pull one copy of the boy LF Rose, and I have to say I like him a lot. Gonna be running him on powerful opponent. He's just 2 stars, so he's not buffing the tag, but the catch here is the setup we've got going. There is a strike cover for every color except red, and then you have Red Cell, who arguably has the best defensive mechanic in the game, that you don't even really need it to be a strike cover. Like, it's technically like, it's kind of like a Rising Rush cover, you know? Like, as long as kind of Cell has his first life, like, you kind of have like a Rising Rush cover change, you know? So I think that's pretty cool. That being said, this is going to be a little bit different. So what I'm going to be doing is everything is going to be post-commentary, but the post-commentary are going to be some fun facts about Goku Black, about Rose. So yeah, that's kind of that. I'm just trying to find stuff to differentiate, to be different. Plus, I was kind of, you know, just finding myself playing a little bit better, that I could focus on that rather than focusing on like good commentary and whatnot. So I'm actually quite happy with how that went. You know, I've just been having a lot of fun getting to know Rose as a unit. Bear in mind, again, I think I mentioned already, I had a bit of a power outage on Monday. So these are some matches from like Sunday night. So just keep that in mind. They are at the higher of my rank 30 play. But yeah, I just finally pieced it all together. Yeah, I will see you guys in a second. Starting off our fun fact list, we have, I guess this is kind of some interesting stuff. Well, I mean, I hope it is, you know, that's why I'm doing the video. But, so starting off our list, we have the inspiration behind Goku Black, sorta, kinda. If you guys didn't know, in the episode that he debuted, there can be seen lettuce on multiple occasions. There's a bunch of lettuce that can be noticed throughout the episode, and this is actually a callback to Turles, considering that Turles had a lot of influence in Goku Black's character. Obviously, we have noticed from, you know, Turles being a pretty much carbon copy of Goku, but this being chalked up to the basic nicks of Saiyan genetics, whereas Goku Black is the actual takeover of his body. But this isn't the only case of inspiration that we see from other characters when it comes to Goku Black. You can also see the blades, which are a small inspiration from Salza, and this is actually also the second time that Goku's body is taken over. And the third time that is actually considered being taken over, if we're including the movie canon. The first time it's taken over, besides Goku Black, is by Captain Ginyu in the Frieza saga, which I'm sure is something that many people know. And the second time that it is actually considered being taken, though it is not actually taken if we are counting the movie canon, is by Dr. Wheelo in World's Strongest. So those are the 2 times that we see his body being considered being taken. So as you guys can see, there's definitely plenty of inspiration for Goku Black throughout the rest of the series. He's got all sorts of influence from all sorts of other characters, and really ended up being a beautiful blend of some of the more, I guess, back burner characters throughout the series. I would say that the most influential of those characters would, in fact, be Turles. However, at the end of the day, Turles is really just a movie villain, and I would argue that not too many people really think of Tree of Might when they think of DBZ movies. While it's one that I personally enjoy, I think more people know of the DBZA Tree of Might than they do the actual Tree of Might. But it's nice to see the inspiration and callback to an old villain.
神の裁きを受けよう。サイヤ人の肉体こそ神の恵みの究極。
Speaking more on Goku Black's inspiration, we can also take a look at the original inspiration for Dragon Ball itself, and that is the Journey West. Looking at the Journey West, one of the major antagonists is the six-eared macaque. Now, while in the Journey West, not much is known about the six-eared macaque, other than the fact that he is a power-hungry six-eared macaque who tries to take on the appearance of Sun Wukong and steal the identity of him in order to try and claim his Buddhahood as well as his throne. In general, we don't get to see much of his own goals or ambitions. Whereas with Goku Black, we know what he's after. We know that he is the immortal Zamasu who is trying to work out his zero mortal plan. So that being said, it is considered to be a bit more of a coincidence. However, there is still a large level of similarity. The also major difference being is that he is just impersonating him, but they are on a similar level of power and strength, whereas Rosé is kind of building off of his strength in his own manner. As we see in the anime, he learns to go Rosé on his own accord, which is in fact his own power based off of Goku's powers. And in the manga, we even see him go to Super Saiyan itself. Now, this is probably more clearly a callback to the Journey West, but at the end of the day, we still know that this is just a bit more of a coincidence than anything else. However, when that is the source material, it's going to be likely that even in the later stages of the series, even in the later stages of the work, there would still be callbacks to the original, we'll call it the original source material for lack of a better term, and I for one am personally very glad to see it at the end of the day. So that's just something I think in terms of the influence of Goku Black is really cool to note. We've got not only all these calls to other characters and villains from the series, but we have calls to characters and villains from the source material which it is derived from. Upon his arrival, Goku Black sported quite the reputation for himself, despite not much being known about him. When showing up in V-Jump magazine in the Rival Danger rankings, he ranked at a perfect 12 out of 12 and was considered by many producers at the time to be the strongest being in the franchise other than Beerus. We know later on down the line, this is kind of changed when we see beings such as Jiren and, some of the other gods of destruction, and Zeno and whatnot and what have you. However, at the time, he was considered to be one of the strongest beings in existence. Actually, I believe Zeno was already in there at that point, but the comment in the article did state that he was the strongest being other than Beerus. I just assumed that when the interview was done, they forgot about Zeno, or just simply weren't including him, as he is not necessarily a character that we see fight. He is just considered to be an all-powerful being. However, despite all this information that was known about his power and about his appearance, not even the American voice actors knew too much about Goku Black when he was first revealed in the franchise. When speaking with Geekdom, Sean Schmel actually revealed that when studying to kind of do a voice for the role, he wasn't quite sure exactly what to do, because all they told him was he was just an evil Goku. So at the end of the day, what he did was, do the opposite of Goku's voice, as this is his exact words. he did the opposite of Goku's voice, whereas Goku's normal voice is high-pitched and his natural voice, this was now a low-pitched evil voice. I hope you guys enjoyed the fun facts about Goku Black, and I will see you guys in the next one.